Which one do I hit? Properties. There we go. Okay. All right, now we should be golden. Beautiful. Okay. That's always fun when everything has a hiccup. This morning, the Bullishbrs thing had me log in. Got Google up here. Here we go again. Do we buy again at not at noon for Monday gap up? Nah, bro. This thing's just tanking right now. They pulled out all the optimism from the stock market and the economy, and they just put it in the gutter when they said no October data. Things aren't looking good. 50-year mortgage, 15-year car payment. What else have we been going over? The odds of the December rate cut dropping from what was 95% at some point, dropped to 65 when Powell spoke a couple weeks ago, came back up to 70, now came back down to 50 because of the data. So, at this point, optimism sucked out of the market. People are selling. Nvidia down pre-market. Everything's down pre-market right now. Meta down pre-market. Microsoft down pre-market. This is what we see as a sell-off, guys. Markets are selling off right now. Gotta take advantage. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. We'll see. I like to use my watch list to see if anything's sticking out. Tesla, biggest down right now. Negative 6%, but I think that's off of yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on our equities. Let's see. I do want to see our New York session from yesterday. So our New York session low from yesterday is also over here. I'm going to type that out. New York low. So the reason I sort of marked these two out is because I do want to see if price can retrace to these levels. And that might be a good spot to find a short position. Instead of trying to chase a short down here, a sell position down here, let's try it somewhere over there. It's sort of what we did yesterday. See how markets opened and we rejected that New York session low? We rejected it twice and then we sold off. So if we can, we're definitely opening much further to the downside than that. At this point, markets are starting to see some buying pressure before markets open. So let's see. Where are we looking at? 25,000? 25,800. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty deep. Ooh, we're talking about 260 points away. But guys, is 260 points really that unreasonable? Yesterday's pullback in the morning, 240 points. The sell-off afterwards, over 450 points. First SoftBank selling Nvidia, now Bridgewater trimming Nvidia by 60%. That's huge, man. I know I posted about SoftBank selling Nvidia a couple days ago. And yeah, now everybody's selling Nvidia. I know somebody I teach, she's invested in Nvidia. Told her to trim some at 188 when we broke it a little bit ago. But now we're taking a big hit. We're back down to 182. Want to see gold come back? Just want to be real patient in these markets, guys. A lot of volatility, increased volatility. Okay, this does not matter for us. Gold slips over 3% as hawkish Fed comments spark market sell-off. Market sell-off, guys. We are not forcing any long trades. Gold possible short trade. off of 75, 75. So we are looking for a pullback here, but that doesn't mean we're bullish. The difference between a pullback and a reversal. Yo, good morning, everybody. What's up, Tiger Power? Prospertunity? What's going on? I like the name. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. What's up, Ozzy, Mike? Good morning, guys. What's poppin'? Bra, bra. Alright, let's see. So what are we looking for today? Possibly gold puts, GLD puts, because we'll have 0-day opportunity on that. Morning, everybody. Gold puts. Where's gold trading at? What I like to do, a little trick with TradingView, is because obviously we're trading gold futures, but I do have an options account too, so sometimes I'll jump in like a little options trade. Is I'll keep gold on another tab over here, but I'll keep that tab selected, so that ticker is what's up here. So I can keep an eye on gold price while I'm on gold futures. Even though that might not be right now. No, that's currently not right because it's still technically overnight, but when New York session opens, it will fix itself. That's crazy, man. Look at GLD. Yo, that's a wild gap down. That looks like it's ready to continue on the daily time frame on GLD. 15-minute basing right there, but definitely not looking for longs. Things could shift if we get any news going the other way, any uncertainty or whatever, great. But the only thing I saw this morning is what SIG posted with the let's see. So that's the tariff reduction. We saw that already. But the oil, SIG posted something from oil this morning. Where is it? Let's see if we can find it in here. Oh, you know what's cool? They added this. Look how cool this is now. So they updated there it is. So this is the news tab, right? The live news tab. You could do all, you could do popular, and you could do high impact. Popular is when us traders vote on something and think something's important, so you could see like what's trending. High impact is what's high impact on the news. Like Market AI has software that figures out what's extra important and what's not. But what they just added, when you hit search, before it would just be searching all. Now you could search under the specifics. So search under, and we'll do oil. Something about 2%. Something about, let's see. Yep, right there. Ukraine attack halts oil exports from Russia's no vote, affecting 2% of global supply. That's a big impact. If I was trading oil, I'd want to know this stuff. I wonder how oil is currently trading. Should be selling off. Nice pump right there. Do we want to trade oil? We haven't traded oil in such a long time, man. It's just, I haven't liked the price action, and I've been staying away for a while. How are we on the daily? Yeah, no. Just another reason why no. Just no continuation. Sure, sometimes we'll find selling continuation, but when buyers step in, very short-lived. So I want to stay away from oil still. Waiting for this gold pullback. Hopefully we get the pullback a bit closer to market open, which we're getting there. 5 minutes to market open. The reason for that is because I want to try to find a put for gold. Gold put. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Friday, guys. It is Friday the 14th. Not too scary. Friday the 13th. But we're staying patient. We're waiting for that New York low right over here. Want to see if that gets tested. Been using quant data X heat map. Oh yeah, you like that? How do you use it? I haven't really gotten too deep into quant data. I have an account with them. I make videos with them sometimes, like on social media. Just sort of going over, like, if an article matches up with some options, it's like, hey, listen, look, we have headlines saying bearish, and we have a lot of options exposure also pointing to the downside. Let's see, gold. Finding a little bit of a pullback there. Not grabbing shorts off of the first sign of selling. That's not what we're doing. We have a spot that we were looking for. Alright, let's see. And if gold does continue, we could always wait for like a 15-minute close, but I'd much rather see if we could pull back a little. ES and NQ, I want to see them pull back as well. 15-minute, a little bit of a 15-minute supply right here, which matches up with whatever this zone was right there. Probably also, yeah, broken supply zone turned to demand. Now we have a new supply zone forming over it. So this is a spot I would possibly like to look to find sellers on the NASDAQ. Now what we can look for also with Edgeful is that midnight price on NQ for the weekday, and today's Friday. So let's see, ICT opening retracement by weekday. I want to bookmark that so I have it for by weekday. And Friday open below. Ooh, only a 36% retraced. That is very unlikely that we're going to retrace to this 12 a.m. price. So, with that being said, if I could find a short position before that 12 a.m. price, that might be a good spot to put my stop loss. Like, look at this. Monday, when we open below on Mondays, we hit it 75% of the time. Friday, only 36% of the time. Our gap fill's way up there, too. Well, just up here. You know what it is? Technically speaking, this is a, this is considered what Edgefill calls an ultimate reversal setup. That's when we have our gap fill price level right here. We'll mark this as our gap. So gap fill is New York session close to New York session open. We have our midnight price level right here. We can make that like blue or something. And then we have our New York session low over there. That's a previous day low. Well, it's not a previous day low. It's New York low. Technically, it is previous day low as well. So I'm going to make it yellow though. So technically, all these spots, if you look at the Edgeful reports, this is how you're supposed to try to read it. When we have this is an outside day, because we're opening outside the New York's range from yesterday. So we have outside day, outside day. And when we have an outside day on NASDAQ, when it's a bearish outside day, 60% reversal back up. So 60% of the time we reverse back into that range, even if it's temporary. Let's see. We can look at by weekday on this one too. I always like to look at by weekday. It does make a difference. 60% does not. Okay, bit of a difference there. Look at Thursday. 75% it does. So major difference between Thursday and Friday on this report. Then when you use the ICT opening retracement, that's about a open below 60%. So it's like you find all these reports saying, hey, let's check out over here. But let's see what we got. Can gold move a little higher? Can NASDAQ and ES move a little higher? Can they take us lower? Where are we on SPY right now? 65, damn it. Alright, so let's see. I'd like to see a pullback before we continue lower. Markets have been very bearish, though, off the open lately. This is now ES on Bookmap. Let's see if we have any volume imbalances with our volume profile tool. We do have a big low volume shelf right up in here. Mark that out as our resistance zone. We have a fair value gap overlapping in that as well. And that looks like it would be, just eyeballing here, our Fibonacci retracement. Yep, that's our optimal trade entry too. So this is not a bad entry up here. If we could even get that pullback, we're already selling off. Gold giving us a bit more of a pullback. We did get a high news alert. Let's see. Ooh, China's factory output. Retail sales growth worst in over a year. China's factory output and retail sales growth hit their lowest in over a year, surprising markets and triggering immediate risk off. So, overall market sentiment, right, would be more bearish because of that. Just buy some puts and hold. One of those days. Let's see. Sell it like it's hot. Imagine all the people, just picture right now, like Wall Street wise. Like all the people panic selling at the moment. People calling their broker saying, sell, get me out. Markets are selling. So let's just wait. It's going to be a quick move in the morning. We see that. Oh, was that a 20-second delay? No way. Like, the volume's heavy, guys. This is strong, strong, strong selling volume. There's no doubt about it. Gold also dropping like it's hot, did not give us our entry. This is wild, guys. This is some wild price action we're seeing. This could be the pivotal moment in the economy that moves us from a bull market to more of a bear market, right? If we're starting to get bad data, all of these things are coming out bad, this, bad, that, negative, negative, negative. That's what can create a reversal. We can't reverse off of taking profit, but we can reverse off of bad data, bad news, anything that has a negative impact. Not looking to go short yet. Much rather wait for a pullback. VIX is flying higher, above $20 on VIX. It's actually above $23 right now. Some crazy, crazy, crazy price action, guys. Don't feel the need to force a trade. We see the trend, but unfortunately, sometimes this is a little hard to trade. You can't get a simple, hey, let me just go short here. Let me get a pullback. Markets are just dropping right now, not giving much of a pullback right here. Take a look at our equities. Equities are off the open, bearish as well, except for Google, but who cares? No, I'm just kidding. Meta lower, Microsoft's lower, Apple lower, Nvidia trying to drop lower. It's going to have a negative impact on NASDAQ. 30-minute was a basing candle. I'm definitely thinking we continue lower. I got to find a short entry on NQ. Let's see. Bro, look how wide the moves are here too. This is crazy. Possible ES actually. ES off of this low volume shelf we were trying to form right now. We sort of ran through it already. Let's just wait for our original setups. Gold, a little pullback too? Nice. Yeah, look at that, man. That's why we don't like to sell those lows, bro. Imagine selling a low and you're like, okay, I'm going to short around 60, 24, 640. And then 715? Oh my, 720, it's almost an 80-point pullback. We're nearing 100 point. That's 100 points against you if you tried selling lows. Gotta be patient. Patience pays. Wow, what a wild, wild, wild pullback. Rah, rah. Let's see. That noise again, that noise is market AI. Get high impact news. China factory output, retail sales. Alright, so it's just repeating it now. Letting us know how bad it really is. It's like, yo, it's bad, but it's like really bad. China's even seeing how bad it is. That's how bad it is. China. How do you type China the way that Trump says it? Put an emphasis on the I, the A.
Chyma.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Victoria. I always do like Chiina. China. Alright, we're getting something. So I think this news actually might have impacted the market to the upside. Nvidia made new high. Okay, I gotta tell them that this is repeating it like 40 times. Is this not the same thing? Bro, let me take a screenshot. News, China factory output, retail sales growth year over year. Yeah, okay. Look at these buyers, man. They said, hold up, wait, we forgot something. We forgot to give Kevin a short entry. Go back. Big key level right there on ES. Did we climb right through it? That'd be wild if we do. Looks like we're trying to. Nice. Good day to be more of a spectator than a trader right now. We don't want to be forcing anything in this mess. It's a sharp pullback. Bit of a short squeeze, you would call it, right? Where a lot of people have been short, while all those people that just had some massive profits, they're taking profits. Understandably so, wouldn't you? We'll see if we can come back towards VWAP. See, yesterday we rejected VWAP, I believe. Yep. So we'll see. Looking for 6720 on ES. 6720 on ES. 6725 is the market pullback level. That's perfect. It's right in there for possible puts or shorts. I am going to look to see if we reject off of these highs, because VIX did just pull back to a support level too. So I don't want to be too quick to dismiss shorts right now. Like if we drop below 95, we'll take a short and put a stop at 01. But we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm not taking it. When you say I don't know about a trade, you don't take it. You listen to the last word of that sentence and it's no. Let's see. Gold. Gold, on the other hand, might be giving us a little cha-cha slide. Just gotta see how low it can go. Gold went as low as 371. I'm looking at the 369 puts. I might look at the 370s instead. Not taking anything on ES or NQ right now. NAS has a bit more strength to the upside. If we look at the Dow down here, Dow is selling off. Pretty sure, didn't the Dow hit 48,000 the other day? Yeah, closed above 48,000 for the first time ever. ESNQ, gold pulling back too. Take a look at what gold's doing right now on Bookmap. Make sure we're not missing anything in this low volume area up here. This is where I was looking for a possible short entry. Other than that, I would rather see the broken demand up here. Because also, think about it this way. This broken demand zone that I have, if we hit that and reject it, all the people that were going short in this fair value gap are going to get stopped out. Well, we're getting a little wide on the spread there on gold. Be careful. Might get some volatility in here. I want to also just come back real quick and look at gold on the daily time frame here. Yeah, no, we're okay to find some puts, and whenever we take our puts on gold, we will just hold. Just a slight 26 seconds away on Rhythmic, no problem, nothing new. No, I'm kidding. There's no way it's 26 seconds. It looks like it's lined up perfectly with it. It's definitely lagging hard. There we go. Oh, yeah, look at this seller right here, guys. 668 volume came in, and 668 of it was a negative delta. So let's see if that guy wants to hold something for us. Let's see. Again, massive range on gold. I'm getting ready for some puts on gold. But I don't want to jump the gun too soon. We're definitely getting some more volume coming in. Might buy one contract here. No, price action wise is telling me to wait. But volume wise is saying, yo, they're trying. Could always grab this put. And again, I'm expecting us to continue lower today. So grabbing the put now wouldn't be the worst decision. So that's the 369 puts on gold. And I'm completely cool with it going bullish now for a while. I'm even cool with this option going to zero. It's whatever. It's a very cheap option. I wanted a bit of a higher entry anyways. And if that is the case, I get a higher entry, I'm going to be able to average down my position and get an even better return. So I'm cool on that right now. We can sort of let that play out. Trying to get to that big low volume imbalance up here. As soon as we entered it before, we found sellers. So I might, off the gate, just add there. So look, we're trying to push into it again. I want to see how the volume comes in up here. Hourly closes not too soon. 4 hour, more bearish than bullish. I want to see how volume reacts up in here. Here's 666 negative delta. Somebody's defending this spot. I will... Yeah, I'm thinking of adding here. Like this will be the spot where I try to add. Get a little pullback here. And if I don't get the ad, that's fine too. ES and NQ trying to make their way towards our entries. Getting there. I had some alerts on gold, so I don't have to be watching it the whole time. I do want to be a little careful. Oh no, I was going to say 30-minute, but we're pretty good there too. Dollar trying to move higher. That should help keep gold more bearish. Here goes ES and NQ making another run up. Nice. It's looking for 67.20 on the S&P, and we're getting close to it. We also, though, had 25,000 on NASDAQ, so be a little careful. Market pulse. Okay, this is market pulse on gold, so we can sort of keep an eye on gold without keeping an eye on gold. CVD has been negative on gold too, so again, it's I'm selling with the volume. I'm not really looking to counter trend trade or anything, but we'll see. Let's see. China Foreign Ministry reminds Chinese nationals to avoid traveling to Japan in near future. Nothing to do with us, nothing to do with us. We're fine there. Dollars keep trying to move higher here. I want to see how the dollar looks on the daily, though. It looks like it might be a bit more bearish, but it looks like it could be trying to make these higher lows. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher high. So we'll see on that. Guys, give me 1 second, be right there. Guys, keep an eye on this gold trade for me. Alright, looks like gold's giving us that entry. Let's see. I'll get one more here for gold. And again, just sort of just playing it safe. These are very small contracts. I'm looking for a trend trade on gold, and if it runs to 0 on them, it's fine. Oh no, ES. Oh no, we missed our entry. Walked away for a second. Alright, let's see. I wouldn't have entered based off of that 5-minute anyways. Let's see. Gold. I don't like that gold's failing to continue lower. Like a lot of times when gold trends, we see that it trends very hard. So I really need to see that continue. Other than that, we're sort of actually finding some buying volume. And on the 30-minute time, nope, 30-minute was fine. I think it was the 15. Nope, not even the 15. We're not really creating any demand zones that would support a bullish thesis or even a reversal. 4-hour closes in 8.5 minutes. Unless the next 8.5 minutes we completely skyrocket, which I doubt. Should just continue to the downside on gold overall. So that's why I said I'm fine with being in these options. Let it chop and then let it drop. Because I do want to see a strong sell-off today. New York session, we just had a crazy fall-off over there. It's definitely finding buying. So I'm not too super confident. So that's why I'm not taking on any options accounts either. Because just rather take it light. See if I could sort of not swing trade it, but hold it for a few hours. This is gold. This is ES. Let's see ES up here. Coming near that 67.25 level. 15-minute closes in 7.5 minutes. VIX is moving lower, which is bullish. There we go. Look at that gold trying to move higher. Gold in that low volume shelf right now. It's like no volume up here is struggling at this point. But looks like we could try to blast right through. Remember, my original entry was the broken demand because I was looking for the people in the fair value gap to get stopped out. So I'm in an options trade. I'm really just either looking to let it ride. Like, it's alright if it runs to 0. It's fine. It's very small. It is what it is. But, yeah, just looking to sort of let it ride. If gold could start to pull back lower again. ESNQ, any setups there? I'm not seeing much. NAS is trying to get to the supply zone. I was looking for 25.002. That's probably going to be the trade we take on futures today. These buyers, man, taking gold higher. Low volume, 84s, 86. I'm just waiting. Waiting. ES and NQ, those are the ones that are really lining up a bit closer towards an entry. Weighted index is pushing higher too. Sort of the same situation as gold where we're seeing a bit of a short squeeze, right? A lot of people have been short the past few days. What that could lead to is considered a short squeeze because what it's doing is it's squeezing a lot of people out of their positions. People are taking profit, it moves price lower. When price moves lower, a lot of people get scared, they panic sell. That could drive price opposite direction. So people are selling and prices moving lower, people want to buy back. ES rejecting the supply right now, man. Let's see. I'm getting ready for the short on ES. I want to be a little patient on it. Just like gold. I'm gonna take, let's see. Is VIX at a key level? It is. I'm gonna take one ES short right here. Stop near 27. I'm just really taking it off of this being a supply zone and finding some selling pressure. We have 25 as a passive seller, so we might make our way towards that 25, 27. So I might actually want to put my stop loss a little higher, maybe towards 29, and look to even average up my position, like grab another short position somewhere in this supply zone if we could start to reject again. Gold, I'm just not even going to look at the moment. ES is the one we're a bit more interested in. It looks like we're trying to move higher. Dow trying to move lower still for the most part. 15-minute time frame closes in 3.5 minutes. And that's also, I wanted to see the 15-minute close with a higher wick on the ES. So I wanted to see a quick rejection during this candle that we have right now. So let's see if we get that break towards 25 and then a pushback lower from there. All right, let's see. So we're getting a bit of a push towards 25. Nas, I also had a rejection, 24,988. All right, now ES just hit that 26.25 level. If we start to sell off from here, I will add. Getting a little volatility spike right there. I don't want to take it yet. Move my stop loss though to 28. Because if it just runs through to 31, I'd rather be out at 28 than 31. But if we sell, I'd rather get in another position. Because we're in a supply zone. And VIX is trying to reverse back higher too. Nvidia is rejecting. A lot of equities are rejecting except for Microsoft right now. Equity's getting weak. We have about 2.5 left in this 5-minute. Not giving me much confidence. Really need to see these sell bubbles that are starting to form and then failing completely form. Like a very big seller needs to step in to bring price lower. Without that, we're probably going to run higher and might even be able to use this supply as a demand, but we'll see. Right now, I want to see the buyers completely give up right here. Right now, 67.21. We keep dipping towards it. Somebody keeps supporting that level. We have levels at 67.15 and 67.10 to the downside. And all the way at 66.65. Gold trying to move higher still too. ES moving higher too. Definitely struggling up here off of 25 though. Okay, we're getting there. A minute left. Weighted index starting to struggle. I don't want to add yet without us actually like dropping. Like I could wait for this 5 to close bearish and then look to add. Because if I add now and for the next minute we start to rally, I don't want to be in an extra short position for it to stop me out. So let's just be a little patient on there. Yo, I think the position tool issue is fixed. We'll see. It's really, really struggling off of this 25 right here. Oh, here we go. No. Let's see. No, thank you. Let's see. No, thank you to this trade. Probably gonna get stopped out 28. 28 is stop loss right now on ES. So right now we're at 25. Only 15 seconds left. This thing has to sell off now or never. Nvidia taking a bit of a hit, Microsoft taking a hit. A lot of equities did take a bit of a hit right there, except for Apple, which is still, boom, Apple just made another new high a day. Be careful up here. 15-minute just closed, pretty bullish. So we want to just wait. But it does look like we might have a little bit of steam left to make another run up. But I'm in the one short still. I will get out at 28 if it runs to those 28s. If I wasn't in over here, man, I would get in 2 contracts off 25 because that's a nice entry, but it does look like we're getting ready to pop it. All right, I'm looking for a rejection here, man, off of this this 67.25 pullback level from market and my own supply zone. I just hate how strong the 15 and 30 minute looked on that last candle. And the hourly also had some good strength to it too. But just overall trend has still been bearish, so I'm not completely against being short right now. $67.15, super strong support right here, but then we also have $67.10 below that. So $67.10 below that might be our first TP. See $67.08 as a possible low volume shelf. This might be a nice run to the downside actually. Let's see. Alright, we'll take one off right there. Wasn't 2 ES, now just 1 ES. Stop loss 67.27. We are above VWAP now, so we could hold it as support. Equity's taking a little bit of a hit here. Weighted index is looking a bit more bearish, but we do have some support below us on the S&P right now. Oh, there we go. Big sellers on ES right here, man. Want to see if it could break us down. I'm in off the market level, 67.25. Bit more bearish overall fundamentals. And just looking for this trend to continue lower. If it stops us out, comes back to the highs, then it looks like we'll be squeezing back bullish. We don't want to be short, but other than that, we are trying to make some lower highs here. Yes, intraday was more slightly bearish. We hit our pullback level of 67.25. Bearish target is all the way at 66.31 if we do find momentum back to the downside. No big news lately. Definitely on a bit more of a bearish sentiment right now. So we're still just trading with the trend. $67.10, next very strong area of support. What is gold doing? Gold looks like it's trying to move back lower. It did hit that broken demand. Let's see. Let's send that out and add to our trade to average down our position on gold shorts. Looking for gold to continue lower. ES could do whatever. Gold could do whatever. Just be patient on that. Very low volume shelf up in that 40.85 that we rejected. Negative volume on gold too. So again, still overall more bearish on gold, but sort of the same situation as ES and NQ where the price action has been leaning a bit more bullish. It's not triple witching or anything, is it? I don't think so. I should have waited the next few seconds to let this 5 close. It was my mistake.
No
ES looking
witches.
good. What's that?
No witches.
Nope, no witches here. No brooms, no witches. Alright, we're still chilling in this ES short right now. Be nice if we had ES on bookmap. There we go, 67.10. Then we have 6700. Another possible area for a target. I only have one contract left though, so we shall see. Let me see what's cooking here. Getting some headlines. ES off of supply, NASDAQ off of a rejection area too. Gold looking okay on the shorts. Ooh, 67.10 trying for a pullback. But look, 67.15 also gave us a bit of a pullback and then it failed. So I'm not entirely, like scared out of the shorts on ES here. If anything, this is a pullback. Gold would be a bit more of an issue, but that's off of the 15 and 30 minute. Really looking like they want to flip. Hourly looks okay to continue lower. 30, 3 hour, 4 hour. Those all look good for bearish momentum. So I'm not entirely worried that we chop around, because options wise, all we really need is that one crazy move. Damn, ES, what are you doing? Bringing us right back to 67.25. This is the last stop before we, ooh, getting there. Gonna stop me out at 67.28. There it is, stopped out, last contract. Ooh, that stop out might be re-entry, actually. Yeah, I'm not taking it again, but I do think that last stop out was re-entry. I'll stay in the gold trade. We'll just wait. If gold could get back below 40.70, it should be in the clear for a nice move lower. Even 40.68 would be a nice area to see us break. We don't have any support below us on gold. No price targets or anything really on bookmap. 4,000, possible key psychological level right there. We've just had selling and selling and selling volume. So I really need to see gold break here. Right now, buyers are trying to create higher lows. Trap some sellers. Yeah, ES with a nice rejection off of that. Let's see. I'm not chasing it down here again. ES is range bound right here. Would want to try to look for a short up here, though. Looking for a squeeze on gold to the downside. VIX, oh no, dollar's moving higher, which should help support gold to the downside. There we go, gold. So we broke the 40.70, but look at the reaction to it. So just wait. It's 10:08, so we don't have any news or anything coming out. Let's see, any headlines? Monetary policy should lean against demand growth. Would have a negative impact on gold. Ukraine military says strike on Novorossiysk. That one. Damaged valuable port infrastructure and oil terminal. So that might be supporting gold right now. Is Ukraine attacking Russia like that? Because times of war, times of uncertainty is when gold does the best. Yes. It's like it hasn't broken that demand zone either. The supply zone that we're in. We could wait the next 10 seconds, let that close. 3, 2, 1. Like, yeah, if we close up in here, I don't want to take it short again. We're good. Gold also not really giving us the best of selling volume. Really just failing and chopping. Looks like it does want to almost make its way higher. But we'll just wait on that. I like this big seller up here at 40.85. But I don't like the lack of follow through. Dollar trying to reverse back low. We got to be careful with that. Support gold to the upside. Let's see. Yes, are we rejecting supply again or what? We keep coming into this low volume area up here off this 25 area and rejecting. So if you are looking for shorts, this would be the place. VIX trying to move higher. Weighted index looking a little weak here too. Could look to take another short. Just want to be careful, guys. It would be considered the highs though because we're trying to short inside the supply zone. So I'm in short one more contract. Stop at the highs we were just at off of like 28. My issue with the stop there is I will be happy to re-enter there. So it's like you put your stop there, you re-enter there, then have a new stop loss. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see if we can find some selling momentum. VIX trying to move higher. NASDAQ finding some selling volume too, which should help the ES to the downside. The Dow struggling to move lower, which is what's keeping ES prompted, if anything. There we go, getting a little selling volume there. Remember, 67.10 was a very strong support zone. Nas selling pretty strong. Want to see gold drop lower too, but it's struggling to continue lower. It is above VWAP on the GLD. Here comes ES to that 67.10. Okay, looks like we're breaking into it a little bit, but it is trying to hold. Be careful. I'd like to see a break below this level, but it looks like it's trying to hold right here. I almost want to take profit then. Let's see. Come on, ES. Come on, ES. Come on, ES. No! This level's getting weaker, but the volume is still holding. Nas is getting strong to the downside. Nvidia strong to the downside. Equities are looking weak right now. I'm hoping that could help us drop on ESNQ. Dow is weak. That looks good. There we go. We broke that 67.10 level on ES. Great. We'll see if this wants to play out a little bit. It's probably going to reject back higher now that I move my screen over. But we'll see. I want to see the selling volume try to continue. I was looking at the weighted index and the NASDAQ, which are both trying to pull back right now. They are near VWAP. That is support. So just be a little careful on that note. We are building new support on ES right here. So I do want to be a little careful. The Dow is still weak, hopefully. Dow is weak. Okay, so that should help ES move lower too. I want to try to let this 5-minute close. We got 47 seconds left. I want to try to let that close. Unfortunately, it could do whatever it wants for those last 40 seconds. The longer it stays down here, the better for our shorts. If we start rejecting very quickly, that's not good for the shorts. Because we want this 5 to try to close bearish down here. 15-minute. Not a fan of the 15, but that's also closing in 20 seconds. 30-minute closes in 15 minutes. Is that the 45? 45 closes in 15. A lot of the higher time frames I'm not a fan of. So I do think I want to try to get out of this. See if we can make our way lower one more time and try to get out for a scalp. But I don't like this range-bound price action we're seeing. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So we'll see if we can get out on one more dip to the downside on ES. If not, we will just take the L. I hate having stop losses where all the wicks were, because that's like prime area of entry, not stops. But we have like no resistance above us. We did have the low volume shelves that we kept rejecting up here too, though. But I said I'll stop out and re-enter if need be. Yeah, looking like we're building support on ES. Looks like it's going to get ready to stop on. Be careful. Here it comes. Nope. I ain't going to let it happen. We ain't going to let it happen. Crappy markets, man. Even gold finding some buying. Yo, what's up, Ring Ring? That's a funny name, man. I like it. Alright, ladies and gents, markets have been a bit choppy lately, but that's alright. We're just chilling. ES had that shift. Glad we just said nope and got out. Sometimes we just gotta do that. Remember, no, it's funny. We were going over the ultimate reversal setup this morning. That 12 a.m. and gap fill on Nasdaq and the previous day's low, and that's where we ended up going to. That's really, really cool. Nasdaq is the one I wanted to see rejecting the supply zone up here. It's 25,000. It's previous New York low, previous day low. It's what we rejected yesterday. Alright, we just tapped into it. Well, we tapped into the 15-minute supply. We didn't tap into 25,002 yet. You go live every day? Yeah, bro, we go live every day. Monday through Friday with the community here at Bullishbrs. You sign up at bullishbrs.com. And Monday and Friday for the YouTube channel here. Okay, let's see. At some point, I'd like to see gold get weak. Dow's the Nasdaq is still weak in my opinion, off of equities. When I say equities, I am referring to obviously the top equities, ES and sorry, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, all that stuff. I'm seeing that it is more tech heavy too. It might have a bit more of a stronger trend than the ES. What I am seeing right here is volume picking up to the downside, but us failing. So we might squeeze to the upside here on a little bit of a bull flag. My only issue with that is how weak Nvidia looks right now. Weighted index is making new high a day though, so that would support this bullish thesis right here. Longs here at 57, stop at like 48, but it's just it'd be going long against a supply zone, which is where I usually like to go short. So really not the best area. Plus Nvidia now flipped red on this 5-minute. We got 36 seconds left on this 5. Looks like Nas is trying its best to find some selling momentum here. Led by Nvidia. Apple new high a day. Apple needs to start rejecting to bring us lower too, man. Want to see a strong drop on Nasdaq. Nice big drop. Nice big drop. Looks like VIX is chopping right now, which is sort of weak. A bit of a red flag right there. Want to see if we could break this recent low one more time near 23. But look at these buyers trying to squeeze it. That's what I was talking about. Be careful. Equities have been showing a bit of bearishness though. So I don't know, man. We gotta be careful here. Not a great place for longs, but sellers keep failing to bring us lower. We're squeezing to either go up or we're going down, but we'll see. Want to see the market pulse is trying to tick back higher, but I really wanted to see us reject here on Nasdaq. 15-minute. Yeah, it's tough, man. Let's see. Want to see a big drop on NASDAQ, man. Wipe out these buyers and then reverse back to the buy side, right? If we make a quick run below VWAP, a lot of people are going to get stops out of their long positions. There we go. Give us a little move here. Equity's getting weak too. Like to see it. And then it pops. Very indecisive right now. No consistency on this trend right here. So you don't really want to be long or short at this point. Really just rather be patient. Because at some point, buyers or sellers, one of them's going to give up, one of them's going to fail, one of them's going to succeed. And to be caught on the wrong side when we squeeze is not ideal. Right now we haven't gotten a clean direction. We have resistance above us. We're trying to move higher. We have more fundamentals to the downside. So overall, it's definitely leaning more bearish. So we just want to sort of wait here and see how it wants to play out, but not really go against the technicals either, because the technicals are saying, hey, buyers are trying to step in. Nvidia's getting a little weak there. I need to see if the weighted index over here could start to sell off. That would be huge. If not, we might just pop and continue higher. High impact news came out. Let's see. India doesn't impact us really. Come on, NASDAQ. Let's get back lower. Nope. That's crazy. I wouldn't look to go long here, because again, every time buyers step in, sellers step back in, but I wouldn't look to go short here, because clearly we're failing to go lower too. I don't know, man. I'd rather lean more short, but VIX is leaning more bullish, because VIX is moving lower. ES just tried to make another high, but failed. Nvidia's weak, which is again still more bearish. One sec. Come on, Nas, give us a sell-off. Give us a nice big sell-off to go into the weekend with. Some volume there. Get below 20, get below 19, get below all this crap. Alright, forget it. Oh, now wants to go. That's funny. That's usually how it goes, right? And then it'll pop if you chase it, so don't chase it. Let's see, gold. Doing its best to just chop around all day until it sells off. Nvidia's getting weak here again. I'd rather be short on NASDAQ here. I would not want to be long. Weighted index looking ready to sell off. Need to see the weighted index start to sell off here. If we could start to see selling pressure on the weighted index, NQ is going to see a very strong move to the downside. But it's keep trying to wick back higher. Can you wick me higher? VIX is weak, which would lead to a bit more of a stronger market. Nvidia equity is trying to get back up there a little bit.
Don't say that.
What's that?
Do you need a little help with this, with the song you're singing there?
Oh
What was
yeah.
that?
Oh. Yeah, I think I do.
I want to see Nvidia down 2% again.
I want to see Nvidia down 20%. I'm just kidding.
Like the market did this morning what I was expected it to do, but at a completely different level. So I got chewed up.
Ah. Getting some weakness here on equities. This weakness has been failing lately, so be careful. you're in anything, possibly even look to just scalp it. Gold, same thing in a range right now. Gold's like, I don't want to do anything today. I don't want to go up. I don't want to go down. I want to go around town. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see, Naz. Is that your little last pullback before we drop again? Or are we getting ready to squeeze higher? Like this has been a bear flag the whole time and we're gonna skyrocket. Looks like that part. Looks like the latter. There goes Nvidia pushing higher. A lot of equities with strength here. Think we've popped here on NASDAQ. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Quick move right there. Come on. Give us another leg. Another leg. Come on. Nobody's expecting it. Perfect. 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 Out. Perfect. Nice. Nice little scalp there. See, I had to readjust my trading. Usually I hate taking trades like that, but I saw that that was what we were getting. That we were getting that bear flag, and then we were squeezing higher. So just took it. I think I only got like maybe do entry 66, exit 87, 20 points, quick 20-point scalp, but it was because we had the momentum behind it. But on those, it's very hard to have a stop loss.
Do we take it short from 25 grand?
Nah, no shorts. We're continuing higher. Nice squeeze there. That's exactly what happens when we fail to reject the supply zone. We range on it, and then we squeeze through it. Range on it, squeeze through it. NASDAQ is in a resistance level. We did just hit previous New York low, which is where we rejected yesterday before we started to sell off. We have our 12 a.m. open midnight retracement right above us too. Five-minute closes in a minute 20. Equities all went higher. Google still made another new high a day, right? They're not taking shorts. Look at that, another new high on NASDAQ. We are not taking it. 12 a.m. price is 25,032, and that's going to be hit in a second. I almost want to see if this 25,000 will hold on NASDAQ to the upside. But we're pretty extended right now. Stop would be at like 93. So back in a long stop, 93. Looking for this rally to just, this has been a strong pop to continue. Ooh, dancing on it. New 5-minute candle. Bit of a red flag there. A lot of times the new fives give us volatility in that first minute and then continuation. So just be a little careful here. In long, stop 93. Entry is 07. Nvidia moving higher. Equity's finding some strength here. VIX moving lower too, which is great for the buys. Great, look at that. Very nice. I'd like to possibly target our gap fill on NASDAQ. Or at least maybe midnight price for a scalp, but gap fill is up here. So I'm not looking for shorts. I'm in a long. I might actually stop out the long right here while I'm going over my target. Big sell bubble right there off this 25,000. So I really want to see it hold. My stop loss is at 93. So I want to see this big sell bubble. I see volume. Give us a reversal off that. There we go. Struggling to hold this area right now. Not a big fan, but volume is to keep trying to hold it. So I am still in it. It's getting there. 93. Yeah, stopped out there. It's actually not the bottom of the the low volume shelf I was looking to trade off of right there. So I will re-enter right where we are right now and stop loss at the 75s. We'll say like 80. Play it safe. Yeah, right there, exactly where we went to. Yeah, we'll give it now a new stop at the low we just made. So if it makes one more drop to the downside, I am out of NASDAQ. So 76 is stop, and it looks like it is possibly getting ready to make that run. There we go, finding some buying. Hold the low volume shelf for a moment. VIX is at a key level. Want to be a little careful with that, but it is trying to move lower, which is bullish for the ES and NQ. Weighted index is struggling. Really need to see equities start to move higher. And if those are struggling, we're going to struggle on the NASDAQ. Nvidia trying to move up. Ooh, bit of a seller hit on Nvidia. Nope, there we go. Come on, Nvidia. If Nvidia finds buying volume right now, we can go through the roof on NQ. Especially with all the people that have been still been trying to go short, while we're clearly trying to move higher in this current trend. But let's just be patient. I don't like the selling volume coming up here, but what I also like is that there's selling volume, but we're failing to move lower off of it. So it tells me there's a buyer trying to absorb these sellers. Price is trying to be accepted at higher levels. Want to continue this trend, continue this rally. Possible target is 25,032. See, we just got a news headline right there. Yeah, watch that headline be super important. Oh, hi. No, not a super important headline. We retested that zone again, though. Not a fan that we're keep testing it. Thank you. Let's see. VIX is moving lower, which again is more bullish. Nvidia with buying pressure. Google new high a day. Apple's pulling back strong, and so is Meta. But Amazon with some strength. I want to try to hold this, man. I really want to see us squeeze higher. We got a minute left on the 5-minute. It's enough time for us to start to rally here. All right, let's see, guys. Let's go NASDAQ. Let's get it. Let's get it. 40 seconds left. We want to see this run. I don't think we made a new high a day there. 25 seconds left in this 5-minute weighted index trying to move back to the upside. Nvidia's close to a new high a day. Close but no cigar. Almost want to take profit here, seeing how we keep running into weakness. We're failing to continue higher. We have 10 seconds left on the 5-minute, and sellers have stepped back in yet again. So we'll see if we can squeeze up one more time and we'll look to get out on the next move higher. Nvidia trying to move up and then struggling. A lot of equities are doing the same thing right now, but still overall trying to move higher. So I'd rather still stay in this long. CVD is bullish. There's another high level news. 200 billion in the US. Okay, that's positive for ES and NQ. So let's see. Will that help support us? Will that headline help support a bullish ES and NQ? Swiss 2 billion into the US. There we go. Getting a little bit of a move right there. But could they put the 200 billion into the stock market like right now? Let's see, guys. Let's see. Nvidia showing a little bit of weakness, but continuing to show resilience to the sellers. The midnight price level was tested, 25,032.5. Like to a T it was tested. I'd like to see the gap fill get hit at 25,100. That's another 70 points. Okay, we're breaching it. I might actually just look for like 46 or something. Let's just see 40. Look for 40. A break of the supply. Might not get it. I don't want to be too greedy on this. It was a nice run up, nice little scalp at least. But look at the sellers. They said, nope, you should have took it at the midnight price. VIX is still moving lower, which still gives me some strength in the longs. I'll move my stop loss up a little bit to like 81. But we're getting some volatility here. Be careful. We might go break that recent 5-minute low. I would not want that to happen. Looking for 25,040 as a possible target. Just one more little 10-point run up right there. There's 35. Okay, there we go. Boom, out. Love it. Great trade, guys. Good stuff. Good work. Patience paid. Just had to be so patient on that, man. Market conditions have definitely really started to shift with the government reopening. So it's all about making that shift back, right? Gold's still doing nothing. I told you guys I'm going to hold those options. They're probably going to run to 0. That is okay. It's very small options contracts. It's whatever. But I was looking for us to move back lower again on gold. And as we saw yesterday, gold sort of gave a similar price action where it chopped all day, and then at 1 o'clock it just dropped like crazy. Nice, big moves there on NASDAQ. We're making our way to the gap fill, guys. It's another 20 points since I said that. Boom, some more high impact news. All that helping us clip it. When did we take that? When did we take that? Like 7 minutes ago? What time is it now? 22 to... Thank you, long. Wasn't really the well, it was the high impact slash volume. High impact news. Sorting long. Alright. Cool. Let's see. Gold's really doing its thing right now. Gold still has a negative CVD. I'm just really waiting to see if at some point gold just sells off real hard. That's why I'm holding those options too, man. One big drop and the options go crazy. Alright, we had a nice move on NASDAQ today. Gold is unfortunately trying to move higher too now. But every time it tests this green level right here, I see that as resistance. We had a very large low volume shelf in there. That's where I originally wanted to look for a short position today. So I don't want to stop out where I would look to go short. I will, however, add an alert up here, which at that point the options will probably be worthless anyways. But just so I can keep an eye and see if gold is shifting in structure. If we remain below that price level, then I'm going to remain bearish on gold. If we can get back above it, then I might think that, hey, listen, buyers might be bringing us higher. Gold might be finding some support here. Until then, nothing. Whole lot of nothing, but I'm still bearish below the zone. It's the only way I'm bullish on gold is above the zone. Beautiful Nas longs there, man. Nice scalp. Well done. Nice rejection of that low volume shelf on gold. A lot of people just tried going long on that breakout just for gold to sweep them real quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream right there. Hope you guys were able to take some nice trades with me this morning. And, yeah. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message. If you want to look into some one-on-one sessions, I definitely recommend it. It will help give you a little bit of structure, helps give you extra accountability, because without accountability, you're really just going to be doing the same thing over and over. Without journaling or some type of, well, journaling falls under the accountability, you're going to make the same mistakes. And the goal with trading is to get on that journey, be consistent enough, not consistent, oh, I'm profitable right away. Nobody's profitable right away, but be consistent in building structure. Once you start building structure, you'll start seeing progress in your trading. Without structure, you'll be lost. Alright, everybody, have